Welcome back, friends and followers, to another edition of A New Way to Museum. So I am your host today, Curtis, the Zoological Collections Manager, and what I'm going to talk to you about today is a brief introduction to some lesser known mammals from the state of Kansas, the weasels. So we're going to start with the small guys. These are actually my favorites, the least weasel. And one of the neatest things about the least weasel is they come in a couple different flavors, chocolate and vanilla. No, so a lot of people see these and think they're different species or they're, ontogenetic changes. So this is a young one, maybe this is an old one. But what it is this is the summer pelage. When winter comes, they molt into their winter pelage, and that's for camouflage. So these are really camouflaged during the summer in the grasslands, and obviously these are camouflaged when there's snow on the ground. So these are active year-round. And a really cool thing is you can also catch them in the middle of molt. So this is chocolate vanilla swirl. So this is right in the middle of molting, either from summer pelage to winter pelage, or the opposite, depending on when it was captured. So least weasel, this is the smallest member of the weasel family in the United States. Very common throughout the state of Kansas, but very rarely seen. So if it wasn't for house cats, we wouldn't see these things very often at all. So they're actually really good at catching these things and then bringing them back home, and then someone's like, hey, we got this weird weasel thing. Can you come check it out, or would you like to have it? That's where most of our specimens come from. I have actually never even seen or captured one of these in the numerous hours I've spent sampling mammals throughout the state of Kansas. But the weasel family in general, and these guys are exactly the same, are amazing predators. They're killing machines. So they're members of the family or the order Carnivora. So they're carnivores, they eat meat. And the cool thing is, they kill things much, much bigger than themselves. So this is your typical least weasel, and this is their favorite thing to eat in Kansas, the hispid cotton rat. So a really cool thing is that the distributions of these things have changed because they've come in contact with one another. So because these really like to eat these came up from the south. These originated south of Kansas. These originated way north of Kansas. So where it was a lot snowier, which is why you get the white ones. So now that they've come in contact with each other, these are spreading south very rapidly, and these continue to spread north with climate change or whatever's causing them to spread north. But once they came in contact with one another, they started to flourish, and these guys really, really started to move into the range of the hispid pocket or cotton rat. So the skull is very fabulous and really neat to look at as well. They have really large teeth that makes them really, really good predators and really good at taking down things much larger than them. So their primary foods are going to be mice and rats and things like that. So moving on into the bigger ones, this is one of the less common ones in the state of Kansas. This is the long-tailed weasel. So again, these things kill and eat things much bigger than themselves, so this could actually take down a full-grown cottontail rabbit. So that's really, really interesting. I have actually seen one of these in my life as it ran across the road in front of me. And that was in western Kansas, but they are found throughout most of the state. You just don't see them very often, which is unfortunate. This next one, and you're also going to notice as you're looking at these, they kind of have this similar build. They're long, they're slender. Okay, this one you're going to see a lot more often, and this one's very popular in the fur trade. So this is the American mink. So these guys are found around water. You see a lot of mink around reservoirs and lakes. So imagine this guy going out, he's going to tackle just about anything. They will get in the water, they will catch fish, they will eat things like raccoons do, like mussels, things like that. So a much more common animal there. Now the last two I'm going to show you, most people don't even recognize as weasels, but they are in the weasel family. A lot of you will recognize this animal right here. This is a badger, a North American badger. So again, it's got that long, slender look to it, short limbs, and look at those claws. Amazing predators these guys are. So these guys are fearless. They're actually really, really mean, and they're really good at catching prey. Anything bigger than them, they're going to take down for sure. So that is also a member of the weasel family. Now the largest member of the weasel family that we have in the state of Kansas is only found currently east of the Flint Hills. And going back even 10 years ago, they were very rare in the state. And that is the river otter. So again, look at the shape of that very long cylindrical thing. Very, very soft pelt. Wonderful animals. So these are doing very, very well now in eastern Kansas and spreading like wildfire. So these are commonly seen wherever there's water, lakes and streams and rivers of eastern Kansas. There's actually a hunting season for them now, a trapping season, because they have become so abundant in eastern Kansas. So they have webbed feet because they're really good swimmers. They love to eat fish. That's their primary prey, is fish and mussels and things like that, things that they dig out of the water column. So with that, that is an introduction to our weasels here in the state of Kansas. I want to thank you for watching. If you haven't yet, like, subscribe to our page, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for joining us in the New Way to Museum with the Sternberg Museum of Natural History. If you enjoyed this video, like it and subscribe to our channel. Hit the bell for notifications when we release a new video. Support us on Patreon for early access and exclusive content. You can also follow us on all our social media. Links are found in the description. Thanks for watching, and follow your curiosity to new discoveries.